What it do, man? Your boys coming through once again with a new video. On today's video, we're gonna talk about a video, a CDCR video that was going on, that was going around, playing on the institutional channel in CDCR that put a lot of things to question. Things in this video, we saw things that couldn't happen in California, but they were happening out of state. You know, they were very loose, not out of state, and people got in trouble for this, man. People got in trouble for this. Don't mind my cup. This is my wife's cup, man. She wants me to drink coffee from here. So, let me give you a lesson when it comes down to how this started with the out of state things and how they were doing to convince you to go out of state. So, due to the lawsuits of the overpopulation in CDCR, based on medical, or basically, in the lawsuit was saying that if that population in CDCR was too high, they're not giving enough. They cannot give it an adequate medical assistance, for those who need it in CDCR due to the high population, right? So CDCR ended up getting contract with 7 prisons from five different states, right? Certain prisons, the contract lasted for many years. Some probably lasted for 1 year, 2 years, whatever the case might be. So the prisons that were actually involved in this was actually Tennessee, who ended up their contract in 2009. Who was Missouri, who ended up their contract in 2011, and then eventually Arizona, Oklahoma, and Mississippi, right? Eventually, La Palma in Arizona was the last prison who, out of the 3 prisons they had in Arizona, that ended the contract, basically ending up the whole out-of-state prison stuff. One thing I want to clarify this is that just because you went out of state, it doesn't mean that people were mixed in with the other people from different states. But let me just try to give you an idea, because some prisons were having this, and this happened in an Arizona prison. Let's say in a yard, like let's say you in AR, for those who've been locked up. And out of state, they will have like certain buildings. Most likely, I came across that 3 buildings in the yard. So out of those 3 buildings or 4 buildings, whatever the case might be, one building, let's say it had nothing but inmates from California. The second building maybe had people from a different state, excuse me. And in one occasion that I know of, there was actually female inmates in one of these yards. So in the yard, different buildings that house California people, out of state people from a different state, and even female inmates in a yard. But this didn't mean that these people were interacting with one another. There's always control movement. There's always stuff like that, right? Not because they were in the same yard meant they're programmed together or stuff like that. But now, ending this, the CDCR started shipping people, let's say around 2008. And before, it was the Raza who didn't have papers, and they were born in Mexico, right? That was the Raza that was being sent over there. As for the other ones, you had to volunteer to go. And not a lot of people wanted to volunteer. Straight up. Eventually, there was a video going on CDCR, man, to try and pump you up. Like, hey, man, look, it's nice over here. there's this type of program. So on the video, man, they're showing raza with morenos playing basketball. That's a big no-no. But out of state, that was the video they put out in CDCR. I don't know if they did it on purpose. Most likely they did it on purpose. But these people were active. They were active. And oh boy, believe this, a lot of people got in trouble for this. And the reason that this thing took place is because there was no leadership over there. You know what I mean? Remember, California people were California people. There was no leadership over there. And everything was loose. You know? Eventually, around 2009, I believe they did like a super committee for whatever reason. And they start sending everybody out of state. Everybody, man. Everybody. That's how they got their numbers so high. And after this, eventually, certain prisons end their contract for whatever reason, right? For whatever reason. But this is what was going on around CDCR. For those who remember this video, you have people on waist chains, right? Walking and getting inside an airplane. And they make you seem like, okay, you're going to get an airplane. You're going to travel so far to a different state. And you're going to land in this private prison. And you're going to have fun. It's nice. So you see people right there playing basketball with different races. Basically, the morenos and the raza, right? I'm not going to say there's going to be there are Southsiders or norteños or paisanos, man. But there were Mexicans, for sure. And there were actives. So whatever the case might be, it's still against California politics, right? But this was, for you guys, the beginning of that transition of CDCR sending inmates to out of state, man. It's something that I want to speak on that a lot of people don't know, don't remember, or just they don't care. But knowing that California has those strict politics, right? Knowing how vicious is California state prisons, these people decided to get themselves on film for whatever reason. Most likely they gave them a soda and a candy bar. No, knowingly that they were gonna use that video for something, right? Unless they got tricked. But eventually Tennessee didn't last, and wherever they got this footage from, I mean, who knows? But it was going around in 2008, 2009, 2010 around the institutional channel. And it did raise a lot of eyebrows, because like, whoa, hold on, raza playing with the morenos. But it happened, you know, it happened, and there's consequences for this, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of people gotta move on, and especially if you got the faces right there, because that's how California is, man. You show the face and they're gonna look for you, and people got stabbed for this stuff that was going on. I'm not saying this happened throughout the years in out of state, but that's what happened, or that's what came on that video, you know. And for most of you guys, know that that's a no-no. So with this being said, what do you think about this, man? Don't forget to hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, por favor. Y ahora sí, Ya nos vamos. Muchas gracias. I wish nothing but the best to you and your familia. With this being said, al ratos.